Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm your host, May.
And I'm Laura, and we've got a little hodgepodge of catching up material to do today. We are going to be talking a little bit about Fyre Festival 2.
Lovely.
Second round. We're doing it again, folks. Billy McFarland's infamous Fyre Festival is apparently making another run. We're also going to be talking about some broken records and the scholarship, some mysterious pasta that ended up in the woods. Did you see this?
Oh my God, I did see that.
Oh, you're going to want to hear about it. And then we will be doing the bulk of the conversation around true crime, Bob Lee getting fucking murdered.
Yes. So that's kind of actually an update on that as well.
Yep. Update on that as well.
So, yeah.
So it's going to be gory at one point, very briefly. That's your warning, official warning, trigger warning. Okay. And enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money
Hold
from
on.
that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's risque business news.
So we just got back from a weekend together.
Yeah, we went away for the weekend to cideries only.
Only cideries. We did a run of cidery shows. They were fun shows. They were good. We ripped it up in a Tesla.
We did. We got a Tesla and no one could hear us coming. Quiet as a mouse across the traffic-ridden lanes of Interstate 95.
Let me tell you something. Well, first of all, I want to say this is that we got it on this insane deal because there was a glitch in the system for reserving the car.
Hertz. Like I turned into a small con artist with the lamest gig ever.
You could be on this list.
I could be on this list. I'm going to be on the next episode. How did Laura convince Hertz to give her a whole weekend rate for a Tesla for one day? The 1 day rate.
Yep.
Paid no money for this thing.
Tesla's big learning curve.
Huge learning curve. I do have to say, joke was on me at the end of the day because that was a real bitch.
Yeah. It kind of was.
Cool car. But it was, first of all, I did enjoy that I got to feel superior to everybody.
That was nice.
The whole weekend, that was nice. You can't put a price on feeling better than everyone around you. You know what I mean?
Well, also when we were at the charging station, I was looking around to the other people in the charging station, and I was like, how are you affording this?
Exactly.
Because I know how we are.
we conned Hertz rent-a-car.
But I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing at Tesla? I was like, I had a superiority complex next to the other Teslas. That's how big our heads got in this Tesla.
It's like a really amazing quality that car has that it was immediately able to make me feel like I had the biggest dick in the world when I have no dick.
Can I tell you, the interior and stuff, it's not even that nice.
It's fine.
It felt like
massive
a Honda.
iPad.
It was like a Honda with a humongous screen in the middle.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And also, here's the other side of this. I, a human with anxiety, shouldn't drive a Tesla where there's a little fucking battery thing that's showing how low it's going.
Oh.
And you don't know when the next supercharger's coming up. Because we're in cideries in Rhode Island, which are in the middle of fucking nowhere.
That is so stressful. I don't know how people live like that. Because, you can't put gasoline in those cars. It's not like a Prius, which I think, if push came to shove, you could put it in.
Yeah, the hybrid.
So, yeah, I mean, that is stressful as fuck.
I mean, I woke up early on Saturday. I was like, I gotta go charge the car. I gotta go figure this out.
Meanwhile, I was legally asleep, famously.
Literally 3 more hours. It was, I was proud of you. I
Yeah.
was like, she wasn't lying.
No, that's what I do.
I was 10:30 hit, and I was like, well, now it's game on.
That's what I do. I'm actively trying to change that about myself, though, because I'm like, oh, yeah, silly, goofy, haha, you, lay in bed until 10:30, and I'm like, okay, but you need to, get things done in your life, and, that's a little outrageous.
You have Teslas to charge.
I have Teslas to charge. I have walks to take.
Yep.
That's about it.
That's it.
But still.
And no more Tesla. I had to return that thing. They were like, listen, you're actually not shit, so give that back to us. You con artist.
Correct.
So we did that. Drank a lot of cider.
We did. We had a lot of wine by the ocean. Well, by a river, I guess.
Yes.
The creek. That was lovely. Worst places to be on the weekend. I mean, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. We had an action-packed weekend. We got back to it. Now we're here. Next time, come see us live. We should start doing that.
We should. I will be in the Carolinas. I don't even know which fucking Carolina. I'm going to be somewhere down south this weekend. I'll post it on my Instagram.
If you live anywhere near the Carolinas, hit up May.
Yeah, I have done a little look-see into where my followers live. Not Carolinas.
No?
No.
I'm guessing New York.
New York City, which is ironic
Boston,
because I never get people to come out to shows here. So,
Yeah,
anyway.
well, Borscht on 5:30. You'll never see her post about it. Tiny cupboard. Cool. Well, that's what's going on in our world. I'm sure there's other things I'll remember as we're going. But I think there's more important, pressing items to discuss.
Okay.
Specifically Fyre Fest and if I should be giving Billy McFarland $500 or not.
Oh my God. Tell them about the $500 thing. This is so Billy McFarland, a little recap, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably heard that name before. He's the guy who started Fyre Fest, famously went to jail for how it went down.
Yes. He conned the entire country of the Bahamas, which was like really sad, actually.
It's not good.
He still owes like $350,000 to the Bahamian people.
Bahamian. Okay.
Bahamian.
Bahamian?
I don't know.
Whatever. You guys understand.
He was also fined $26 million, which I know that he had some money, but I don't think he had that much money.
No way.
It's a lot of money.
No, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, especially like coming out of prison, you're like, where am I supposed to come up with $26 million
What am I
out of thin
supposed
air?
to do with that? Yeah, he was released from prison after spending 4 years of a 6-year sentence there. He had pleaded guilty to defrauding investors and scamming ticket buyers. And you should go back. It was a pretty good episode, not to brag, where we talk in more detail about like how those scams and frauds all went down. But either way, he was guilty. And now he's back for more.
Oh, yeah. And he only served like 5 years in prison, right? Something like
4
that?
years,
4
yeah.
years,
So he's just
okay.
fucking fresh back on the scene.
If you want to commit fraud, just fucking do it. There's
Literally
no
do it.
consequences.
I was going to cover this, but then I kind of had a lot. But Elizabeth Holmes is like trying to rebrand her whole image.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
I'll take that.
Yes.
For the next episode
Yeah,
that we
that's good.
record, I'll take that because it is so funny to me that she just dropped the low voice.
Now she's totally normal.
Yeah.
Like she's just a normal lady with a kid.
She just has a voice like Natalie Perlin. That's friend of the pod. Very funny comic. Look her up. She's just like, I'm Elizabeth Holmes.
I sound like a pinup girl.
Yeah.
I'm from the 1950s. Well, you know who does not sound like Natalie Perlin is JaRule. He spoke up after Billy McFarland's tweet saying Fyre Festival 2, who should I invite? Which a lot of people were like, you should spend that time instead making money for the Bahamian people.
Yeah.
And JaRule is not involved in this second round.
Could you imagine if he was again? I would be like, I can't help you, man.
No.
Like, I mean, we gave you the benefit of the doubt the first time because you're not like a businessman.
No, you got conned. We
got conned.
We
It's
got
fine.
it.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Maybe he is a businessman. I don't even know.
I'm sure he has business, but I don't think he's,
managing said business.
listen, if Elizabeth Holmes can con people who are like strict like business investors,
yeah,
I think we can give JaRule and one. He gets one.
He gets one.
You get a round. You get one strike.
and all those videos of him on the islands with like models and stuff did look really fun. So you know what?
I did watch the advertisement again, and I was like, man, that looked fun.
So fun.
I mean, I kind of want to go.
yes.
Honestly, I will say if they could figure out Fyre Fest 2, I probably would try to go.
We should just go for the podcast.
For the podcast alone, I mean, that is part of the reason I think I should sign up for this fucking course. So,
my
okay,
God. Oh
so
my
keep
God.
going. So, JaRule said, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't in it. And Billy retweeted it and goes, LOL, definitely not invited.
Oh, come on, Billy, you
Fuck
fucking
off.
asshole.
I think he's just trying to drum up like
Yeah. For sure.
some eyes on it. He then was tweeting today that
Oh,
Fyre
he's like a
Fest.
super villain.
I know. I'm so into it though. It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fyre Festival 1.5 is going to be a Broadway musical. He's just tweeting random shit all the time. He said, "We're also in talks with partners to pay back my restitution and execute Fyre Fest 2 as its original vision, a destination festival in a wild and beautiful location."
Sure.
So then if you go, and I was listening at this point, you know what I mean? I was like, again, when can I go hang out with the swimming pigs, which I did do, partially inspired by Fyre Fest 1. I went to
Yeah.
Exuma in the Bahamas and swam with the pigs. And that is a special moment. You should do it.
Oh my God, I would love to. It looked so cool.
It was like obviously a tourist thing, but like
Yeah.
there's no getting around the fact that there were pigs in the water with me.
That's amazing.
Like
And they're wild pigs, right? Or they were like dropped off there.
Yeah,
I mean, they're taken care of. They're not going to die because there's obviously like a big.
it's definitely a tourist thing because listen, I think in their hearts they're wild pigs. I think we're all wild pigs in our hearts.
Okay, good.
But no,
As long as they're having fun.
they were
I'm
having a
fun.
fucking ball. Let me tell you that. They saw the boat pulling up and the pigs just ran to the water and hopped in and started swimming out to the boat.
I love
and
that.
I was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
Like, this is incredible. And it was. And then I hopped in and I was like, oh, frolicking with the pigs. Best day ever. Worth whatever, couple $100.
Yeah.
It's not cheap, but listen, how many opportunities, unless you live in like some weird ranch somewhere, in which case invite me, do you have to swim with pigs? Anyway, so Billy McFarland is trying to make Laura's dreams come true with Fyre Fest 2. And in this effort, he is doing a lot of fundraising and things like that right now. So I went on his Twitter page, and the link on his website is to join Build with Billy.
Oh boy. Okay.
Build
Oh,
with
Jesus
Billy.
Christ.
I need you. Listen, you tell me. How about this? You fucking tell me if I should do this or not. Probably not, but maybe. 15-week program. It costs $499. It includes 15, pretty good value, live sessions,
God.
live stream of Billy building masterclass, live Q&A, working with a member's business,
Live? Really? Okay.
access to the PYRT crew community, the pirate,
Oh my God.
so that you could join the pirate crew. Cool. The private phone number for Billy. Oh, so we're all getting Billy's private phone number.
Sure. That's
We're-
definitely his private phone number.
Collectively, we're all getting Billy's number.
That's insane.
And a 15-minute one-on-one video call with Billy.
There's zero chance. And dude, that would be. There's no. Why does this man overpromise? Like, if
Who
you-
else did this? What was that girl's name?
Caroline Calloway.
Yes.
Yeah, where I'm like, why would you commit yourself like that? Like, think about if you did a class and 100 people showed up and you had said, I will do a 15-minute intro call with you. I'd be like,
That's
I don't have time for this shit.
so much time, except for I have a feeling not many people are going to sign up. So I think it's going to be me and Billy. 15 minutes. And you guys.
Oh my God.
With his private phone number.
We should live stream his 15-minute, or like we should record while we're doing.
Oh
the
my
15 minutes.
God. See, now it doesn't sound like such a bad idea. Now we're on board.
But it's never gonna happen.
It will never
That's
happen.
the problem.
It will never happen. All live sessions will be recorded and provided on demand after each session to all members. That's hilarious. I just saw this footnote, which means live sessions that's not live.
Okay.
Do you mean he's alive when he makes the session? That's not
Oh my God.
the
That's
traditional
so funny.
use of live, Billy. Anyway, you can join Build with Billy. I also would like to remind everyone what else Billy has built. This is the original Fyre Fest fucking FEMA tents that he built. This was my birthday too, and that was honestly the best birthday present I could have had. 2017, when all of those Twitter updates started coming out of what was going on at Fyre
that was
Fest.
so funny.
And I was like, I had no idea. This is exactly what I wanted for my birthday.
the cheese on white bread was the best thing ever.
It's pretty epic.
Mhm.
Yep. It's the best day ever.
I feel like the problem with festivals is you need a woman to be running this festival.
Yeah.
Like
And
every
instead
single
you have-
festival needs a woman to be at the helm because men are just like, oh, we'll just give them drinks and then like, I don't know, the sun will be out. And it's like, no, dude, no. There's steps you can take that make things so much more enjoyable for everyone around. And the men just cannot think.
They don't think it through. I mean, look at literally we're looking at these FEMA tents right here. And I'm like, I know 31-year-old bachelors in New York City who live in basically the same conditions. Who would
Right.
be like, this is great.
What's the problem?
What's
here?
wrong with this? This is nice. It's like a fucking sleeping bag. Yeah, it's about my apartment. This
Yeah,
is
good.
better than most New York apartments. Let's be completely honest.
That's true. And a lot of men that just feed themselves like cheese on toast. and
Yeah, yeah. They're like, Billy was like, I earnestly didn't know anything was wrong with this plan. Dead ass 100% thought this would be fine.
just no medics, no water, nothing.
He's on board. He's like, I thought it was nice, but Hailey
so
Bieber thought it was a piece of shit. I don't know. She was in the ad.
Oh my god,
It was
that's
wild
so
going
funny.
back and like watching the ad and being like, Jesus
And
Christ.
Rada too.
Yes.
Who else was in the ad? Probably like Kylie Jenner and shit.
I think
don't know.
so.
Really?
I think
That's big, that's big get.
they were all, and I mean, it was a while ago, so like they were not as big of gets as they are now, but like,
Yeah.
he's an eye for talent. He should just be an agent.
He should be an agent because he's so slimy and disgusting.
Weirdly, I'd actually be like, yes, you can be
Yeah.
my, because I think you're gonna make shit happen.
You are gonna make shit happen. It's all gonna be smoke and mirrors, and then someone else is gonna do the work. That's
I don't care though.
Great.
As long as
Yeah.
the check clears and like, you know, the event occurs. Well, that's the big part. He can't be involved in event logistics. But making contracts, fair enough. Talking about making contracts or records, or I don't know how to segue over to
Okay, great.
this kid. I thought this would be fun. He set a record for the most financial aid offered.
Oh my god,
to
that's
a kid.
awesome.
I know. It was like
Wow.
a cute little feel-good story, except for also made me laugh because he applied to, I think it was 136 universities.
Oh, so that's why, just like by virtue of
he just volumed it. But like, isn't that like, he should do sales?
yeah.
You
he
talk
should.
about brute force right there. That kid made it happen.
Damn,
I think
that's nuts.
Daniel Barnes. Oh fuck, I meant to paste his name in here. Don't look at that picture yet.
Okay.
When it's a spoiler alert for
That
the
must have
pasta.
cost kind of a lot of money to do that because
Oh, I looked that up right away because I was like, "What the hell?"
I
is
remember
this?
like you have to like the fees are like $100 or something like that, right?
Yeah. So this kid, he is from New Orleans.
Oh,
Yep. And he applied to over 130 different schools. Went viral for breaking the $10 million in scholarships offers. 16-year-old Dennis Barnes of New Orleans just announced that he'll be attending Cornell University this fall to study computer science.
hell yeah!
And it's this like cute black kid from New Orleans. He looks fucking cool. Like he's holding up his t-shirt all like cool
Yeah.
kids do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He apparently graduated high school 2 years early.
Oh my god!
I know.
Damn, this kid's like unstoppable.
Yeah.
Cornell, that's a nice school.
It is. And he, a lot of people immediately in Reddit were like, why did you spend $8,000 in college
Right.
applications? Apparently, this is a fact for everyone listening to this podcast. If you know any kids, you tell them. Or if you're a kid, why are you listening to this? You can just email them and ask them to waive the fee.
What?
Yeah. And most of the times they will.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that is information that people should
I
know.
think he figured that out and was like, oh, I'm just going to go for this weird record and get on the news. He was on like all the different news sites.
He was obviously
Because what
very
a great little
smart.
feel-good story.
That's
I'm going to
amazing.
celebrate this like cool kid from fucking New Orleans.
That's so cool.
Going to New Orleans.
Man, what a culture shock going from New Orleans to Cornell.
Ithaca.
Ithaca, New York. He's going to be like, what the fuck? I could have gone anywhere. I could have gone to literally 100 schools and I'm freezing my ass off in Ithaca.
For free. For free.
For free, but I mean, damn.
Yep, you're an idiot. At the end of the day, you're still stupid, Dennis. You're going to be so cold. Get a coat. Anyway.
Should have just gone to Tulane and called it a day.
On to more pressing matters. Finally, what you all have been waiting for. Pasta in the woods.
Yes, what was up with the pasta in the woods? And I love it's in New Jersey, which is the funnest part about it. Is that there's just a bunch of
Rogue Italians.
yes. So
Pranking each other. It's like their version of egging a house. 500 pounds of pasta in your woods.
I mean, literally, that's so much pasta. What was the
Yeah. What
was
the
the
fuck
reason?
happened?
What's the reason?
All right.
For
So
this
if you're
pasta?
not familiar, if you aren't on the right side of the internet, like I like to call it, there were these pictures that went viral in like end of April, early May. Someone dumped 500 pounds of pasta in the woods in New Jersey, and police at that point had like no. They kept being like, police have no leads. Like, I guess that is a crime. I guess
it's not a crime necessarily. It's just like why? What's the reason?
it's certainly like a HOA violation.
yeah.
You know, the homeowners are like, well, you can't do that instead of a lawn.
Yeah, we can't have pasta all over
We got to keep
the
telling
woods. And it was like deep in the woods, right?
It was in the back. Like I actually watched the video and it looked like it was like there was like sofas and shit. I was like, all right.
Oh, all right.
So it was, you know, like there's like the woods and then there's like the woods, like where all the junk is and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It was in the woods.
What? Oh my God. You think it was like from a restaurant or something?
Yeah. So people were like, what's going on? Because apparently this amount of pasta can be used to serve like 1,500 to 2,000 people.
I mean, it's a shitload of pasta.
Is how much pasta we're talking here, guys.
What are we looking at? Tagliatelle? We're looking at spaghetti.
Well, and that was my favorite part. It was alphabet noodles.
Oh, wait, what?
Spaghetti, and then these piles here are like those, you know, like, I mean, my personal favorite kind of pasta is anything you can write with. Like
that is nice. I do like those.
little letters. Yeah, about 200 pounds of the alphabet noodles.
Oh my God, that's
hilarious.
so funny.
And they were cooked. And that was the weirdest part because, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
so
like
people
you
are
cook
like,
the pasta just to put it all together in this lump in the woods. Like, I want to eat. I mean, it looks delicious. I kind of. I mean, it'd probably be horrible.
The rats are like,
woods.
You will not believe what I just.
Oh my God!
You guys jackpot.
Imagine being a deer and being like, "What do I have here?
Am I on shrooms right now?"
I ate those weird mushrooms back a few miles ago.
Honey, you are not gonna believe what I found.
Damn.
Yes. So, okay. So they eventually got a lead. The police found a lead on the story.
They paused all homicide investigations. Put a pin on that.
Everyone, even the murderers, were like, "No, we gotta fucking figure that out."
Yeah. What's up with this pasta?
What was up with that? What was up with that? So what ended up happening is apparently some old military vet went to clean out his like deceased parents' house or something along those lines. And the parents were like not hoarders, but like they were like had a lot of food from COVID.
Oh.
And it was uncooked pasta that he decided to then take outside and dump rather than dispose of it. It was a lot of pasta.
Yeah, that's a But why also pasta doesn't go bad?
I don't know. So he decides to dump the pot. Like, there's only so many answers we can really get.
Right. I have a lot of questions.
There's only so much logic we can apply to this kind of a scenario. So he brings the pasta out in the back uncooked, but because it was next to a stream and there was a lot of rain that weekend, it like effectively cooked the pasta in the weather. So then people found it and it had expanded into these crazy ass piles. And then they kept like in the news stories being like, it's because we don't have bulk pickup on weekends. They're not coming through and getting the pasta from the woods.
Oh my God. So like, but here's my other thing is that it's interesting that he would dump the pasta, but then he would dump it out of the containers.
Listen.
The
plot thickens.
Wait, so you said the parents died?
I believe so. I think he was cleaning out someone's house.
Because I'm wondering if like maybe he was just like, I don't want to eat these dead people's pasta. I'm like, why would you give up for free?
Yeah, you're like, but it was free. It was free. And that was what they brought. They were like, it could have been donated.
Yeah. You know what? It's not a... Listen, this guy's a fucking monster.
He's a monster.
Is there any repercussions for dumping this quantity of pasta in the woods?
I think it was funny enough that everyone was like, we're good here, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
don't like do it again. If you do it again...
we got a situation on our hands.
We're gonna have a conversation. Whatever. I mean, you can't do it again. But it's funny as hell, so...
Wait, that's so fucking hilarious to me. Like, what on earth?
Like, so much.
I mean, just the fact that it's in New Jersey makes it so much better. It makes it so much better. If that was in, like, Florida, I'd be like, oh, weird. Florida
It's not even news, yeah.
But the New Jersey of it all is the best part.
I think they were money laundering. I think it was the mob.
Laura's convinced.
It's the cartel. Everyone's money laundering of some way. Pasta laundering. And then the last thing that they said is that there was all these environmentalists who were pissed because they were like, it's going to change the pH of that stream.
Oh.
It's fine, dude.
Is that true?
Probably, but who fucking cares? Anyway.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to make it taste awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I would say a bonus.
Yeah.
Is it going to increase the value of the homes around here?
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Well, that's the noodle story, the pasta.
That
now
makes
you
me
know.
Hungry.
Well, Matt made spaghetti and meatballs last night.
Oh, wow. So you can have spaghetti and meatballs after this.
In celebration. I went over there and I got a serving just for me. Nothing like stream cooked pasta.
Bunch of bugs in it.
Yup.
Twigs.
Hell yes.
Protein
Deer.
pasta. Deer poop.
Deer poop. That's good. Pay extra for that. Okay. Bob Lee. I promised it. We're going to get into it. Last time we had this conversation, let me just tell you, we focused on the wrong thing. We blamed it on the unhoused.
Yes. Well, I want to famously just point this out. I thought there was more to the story.
You thought
at the time.
you had a lead.
I had a lead. I had a hunch, as they call it in the biz, in the detective biz. I had a hunch.
We are in the detective biz now. And if you're not following what we're talking about, Bob Lee, he was the creator of CashApp. That was lightly debatable, but effectively, whatever.
One of the first people at
Yes.
CashApp.
And the chief product officer of crypto, I don't know, platform. I think it's I don't think it's a coin.
No.
I think it's like a platform you trade on or some bullshit, whatever. Mobile coin, doesn't matter. Crypto dude, business tech guy in San Francisco. And he was brutally stabbed one night on a Tuesday night while visiting San Francisco from Miami, where he had recently relocated.
Yes.
And
And it made the news.
He was really
in a big way.
he was really well known. He was like unbelievably well liked. It was really sad. He had 2 kids. He was divorced, but it seems to have been pretty an amicable divorce. And like everyone loved him. So tech Twitter went crazy. Elon Musk immediately started tweeting in San Francisco is a piece of shit. I'm paraphrasing, but you got it.
Right.
Things along those lines. Everyone was really blaming the crime rate in San Francisco.
Yes, I remember that the episode we talked a little bit about that.
We did. We were talking about it. And also it turns out Chicago way more dangerous than San Francisco. You remember that?
Yes.
It had 50x the murder rate. 50.
Oh yeah.
50. It was not fucking close.
What's crazy and sad and terrible, all of the things, obviously, whatever, disclaimer, but it's what's crazy is a lot of the smaller towns are the murder capitals.
Yeah.
New Orleans is a smaller city. Memphis.
Houston.
Houston's
not small, to be fair. But
yeah. But they're not the big ones. You don't think
you think
you
New
don't
York.
think LA, New York, Chicago, Houston. That's not.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
And even New York was considered New York and San Francisco were, I think New York was just a hair over.
New York is basically Santa Barbara in
New
terms
York
of crime.
Yes. is Jersey, where we're primarily reporting pasta rolls.
Pasta in the random woods.
In the woods. That is what the NYPD is zoning in on.
That's what they're focused on.
So Bob Lee was murdered. Everyone freaked out. People thought all sorts of different things, mostly that it was someone who was unhoused, on drugs, unfortunately murdering him. A fair theory.
Yes.
And then also one that I personally was pushing was that he was murdered because he was a crypto millionaire / billionaire.
Yes.
And those people be dying.
They be dying.
We did that in the episode. We chose that moment to use it as a recap of some of the crypto deaths, which there are a lot. Stand by it.
That's why, when everyone's oh, it was just a random crazy person, I was that is quite the coincidence that
Totally.
after all of these crypto deaths, another person in the crypto space dies, and it's just completely random. I don't know.
Well, here we
It
go.
was not, right?
It is not random. It was, in fact, also, though, not crypto related.
Oh.
I know. It was a good old-fashioned fucking.
No way.
I know.
Well, people either kill for sex or money. That's the...
Well, we're going sex.
Wow.
We're going sex. So the story has progressed quite a bit. Obviously, trigger warning if you don't like murder. I don't know. I've said it 10 times by now. So
Right.
there's fucking murder coming.
Yeah.
Use your discretion. But this one involves plastic surgeons and drugs. In this case, he was Bob Lee.
Surgeons.
He was with this woman Khazar, and this is her brother.
Okay. Oh boy.
And
Did she kill him? Sorry, I'm really skipping ahead.
you're excited.
Okay. I'm excited. Okay,
But
I'll
first
settle
and
down. I'll settle
foremost,
down.
okay, yeah. No, May's all hyped up. She's like, what?
Yeah.
Who's coming? Anyone coming? The arrest was a result of a dispute between 2 people who knew each other. So Bob Lee, he is divorced. He is a dad. He lives in Miami, and he was kind of a party guy, which,
So
God forbid Have a little fun.
Everybody have a little bit of blow in Miami.
A little bit of
Is that
blow
the
in
worst
Miami.
thing?
And come to San Francisco, where that's not really as popular.
And people go to bed at like
7
because they want to get up and be all fucking
1 a.m. They're like up at 1 for no. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You didn't have to do this. No one's paying you extra to be up at 1.
Nobody wants what that. Shut up.
Stop.
Shut up.
Stop it. We're all adults.
Yeah. Let me do my work when I want to do it, which is after 10:30 a.m. Thank you.
So we're going to introduce a couple new characters to the Bob Lee story. He is the tech executive, and then this is Khazar Momeni. She's pretty hot.
She is.
She's very beautiful, Iranian, and we actually don't know much about her. Weirdly enough, yeah.
Does she live in Miami or San Francisco?
I believe she lives in San Francisco, but maybe she's like doing her time split. I'm not sure.
Okay.
She's a pretty private person, which I fucking hate.
Yeah.
For the record, I hate that. So get your shit online, Khazar.
Okay.
And then she has a brother named, why do I not have his name? Nima Momeni. And a little bit of background on them. Nima and Khazar and their mother Manaz emigrated from Iran in 1999 when Nina was about 14 years old and his sister was 1 year younger, 13.
Okay.
They went briefly to Europe and then traveled to the United States on a tourist visa and began the asylum process. They said they didn't really go into a ton of detail, but I guess they were like political prisoners or so. I don't know. They were.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot, so I don't know what was going on in Iran at that point.
Same.
But
I'm
bad shit, apparently.
I know that there was obviously a lot of people that moved out of Iran to here, like specifically to LA for some reason, but that's the only thing I know. That ends my knowledge on the subject.
If you know more about it, let us know.
It was a war-torn country and they left.
Anyway, the quote was, what the family endured and escaped from was horrific. The end. So this is them in high school. Look how cute they are.
They are really cute.
No, she's beautiful.
She's
really pretty.
Well, Iranians are in general are extremely attractive. Yeah.
She's so pretty. He looks like
Talk
just like
Farsi to me.
Fucking hyper nerd. Nima looks
Yeah, he does.
like a nerd.
Well, it's 1999.
I know, it's endearing in its own way. Yeah, he looks like he could be on like a Disney Channel original movie, you know?
Yeah.
Their father was a dentist and he remained there when the rest of the family fled. An ex-girlfriend close to Nima said that the family may have left because the father was abusive.
Oh.
Yes. They came to the United States and the two siblings attended Albany High School. So they lived in Albany for a while.
Oh, look at
Cornell.
that.
No, it's Ithaca. Fuck.
Ithaca. Close enough.
I'm an idiot. Same thing. It's
Same
still
thing.
cold.
You get it.
And
Cold, dreary.
Oh, wait. It was in the East Bay. I'm an idiot. Huh? Albany High School's East Bay edition.
Okay,
I didn't know it had like a sister school.
Yeah.
So they lived in San Francisco, and their mother worked towards becoming a dental hygienist.
Okay.
This is a well-researched pod.
Great.
Guys.
All right, so we're in San Francisco. Families in San Francisco.
Yep. So catching up a little bit, we'll go more into Nima in a moment for reasons I won't reveal.
Okay.
But Khazar we don't know much about her, but she was married.
Oh.
She and her husband fucking loves her. Dr. Dino Elancia, he's a plastic surgeon in San Francisco, and apparently he was a pretty good one. His nose jobs at the clinic start at $18,000.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what normal is, but that feels expensive.
That feels high. I want to say nose jobs are like $8,000, but I don't
really.
I think so. I haven't had one, but I've had friends that have had one, and I feel in my heart.
I was looking at
that standard.
I was looking at some of the pictures on his website, and they look really good. So if you are in San Francisco and looking to get a nose job, I would recommend this guy.
He might be a little off his game right now, but give him
maybe give him a few months. Let him get his get his shit handled. So he works the Martin Clinic plastic surgery, and the reason we know a little bit more about their life is he did this like puff piece for Haute Living San Francisco, which was basically like an extended ad for his plastic surgery clinic,
right.
And it worked. Honestly, I read it and I was like, this is pretty good. This is a nice place.
Yeah,
no, this is a nice place. And in part of that, he talks about his obviously so much of it's about like his work, but he talks about his personal life, where he has, he's talking about he has over 16,000 followers on his Instagram account and adorable photos of his life outside the operating room. So it's not hard to fall in love with him and his family.
Oh, that's cute.
I know he was lucky enough to meet the love of his life and marry her, which is Khazar. She too came from Iran. So they're both from Iran as a child. She knows a lot about compassion and giving. Spending 3 months together, isolated around the clock, like during the pandemic, gave me a whole new perspective on what an amazing human being she is.
Wow.
Not only is she better than me in every way, but she is truly gifted when it comes to understanding the human condition, which translates into an unbelievable level of kindness and generosity to others.
Damn, that
This
is
beautifully
really
written.
quite the endorsement of a person.
Look how cute they are together. Like,
They
are
do
you
look
for
really nice.
real? They're both like so attractive. Their home looks unbelievable.
I wonder if she gets free services.
I hope
Yeah.
he charges her.
That would be 18 grand of my money. Thank you.
Write a check to me, sweetheart.
If Mark was a plastic surgeon, he'd be like, babe, I can't get you in. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just I'm booked.
I'm booked.
She and the last nice quote about her. She packs bags for the homeless, and she's taken me shopping for gifts for underprivileged families. She's been my guiding light, and I'm so thankful for her.
Are we going to find out that she's not any of these things?
We'll see.
Okay.
No spoilers. You want a spoiler so bad.
Listen, I've listened to so much true crime. I know how this happens. Okay. I know the twist.
The twists and the turns. So, going forward a little bit. Now, let's remember, this doctor, not a main character. He's not a main character of this whole deal. He, Bob Lee was described as being part of the lifestyle along with Khazar. And I was like, they kept referencing the lifestyle with capital T, capital L. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Is this like a cult? Why am I not invited? Once again, I hate when people do things that I'm not invited to.
Constantly.
They do it all the time. The whole world's doing it and I'm pissed. So stop. So anyway, they kept referencing being part of the lifestyle. I looked up. I'm like, what the fuck is the lifestyle?
What do you mean by that?
Yes.
Right.
First article that comes up was Thomas Middleditch and his ex-wife Molly had a pretty untraditional marriage.
So Thomas Middleditch is the guy from Silicon Valley?
Yes.
The actor from Silicon Valley. Okay.
Yes. Actor from Silicon Valley. He's like the main dude in Silicon Valley. And he did an interview with Playboy. And in the interview, he's talking about visiting a swingers club during production on Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I guess he was in that. And then in this interview, he says, by the way, it's now called being part of the lifestyle. The term swinging is old.
All right.
And then at the time in this 2019
nerd trying to be cool.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, it's really funny that it's like Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually like 100%. Was this an episode of Silicon Valley?
Right.
Thomas Middleditch? Like,
Yeah. Okay.
at the time of the 2019 interview with Playboy, he credited being part of the lifestyle swinging for saving his marriage.
Oh boy.
Shortly thereafter, he filed for divorce.
You
from
don't
his
say.
wife.
You don't say. No, his wife filed for divorce from him.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Important detail there.
She reads the interview and she's like, fuck off, dude.
I mean, listen, relationships can be, the year is 2023, but I
Do what you
feel
want
like,
to do, but
I feel like every open relationship, they're like, oh, it's never worked in the past, but maybe it will work for us.
we're different.
Yeah.
We are different. This man, this mid-white dude, for sure. She's so cute, too.
I know.
The lifestyle. It does sound like a cult.
It does.
So, and maybe like one specific like small branch of it or whatever. Like I did read on Reddit for a while because I was like, once again, where's the fucking website for the lifestyle? Like, is there like a membership? I'm not trying to see anyone's ween, but I want to be invited in.
Yes.
And they did say that there might be a version of it that's like specifically for rich people in San Francisco.
Of course.
And I'm
yeah.
sure there is. It might
I'm
just
sure
be called a
there's-
group text.
Yeah.
A WhatsApp group.
But there's probably so many like little sex clubs, and
Sure.
you can either be in the regular people club where everyone collectively has to pool themselves to create a 4, or you
Yes.
could go to the celebrity one where everyone's a 10 out of 10, except for fucking Thomas Middleditch.
Except for Thomas Middleditch, but Khazar was part of the lifestyle. This smoke show, that's
All right.
that's a big get for the lifestyle right there.
That is a big get.
She's super hot.
She is
And
very
Bob-
attractive, yeah.
Bob Lee was pretty attractive too. Like
he's not my type, but
he's not my type, but,
I
like,
can understand him being attractive.
He's a cute guy.
He probably has like a je ne sais quoi when he's in person. You know what I mean?
It's exactly what everyone said. He like lit up a room.
Yeah.
He's super charming. So that combined with like fine looking.
Right.
Could make it happen. So they were both part of this like swinging group. I guess.
Okay.
And I don't know if her husband was.
Eesh.
We don't know.
Well, you can't have that. Can't have one person in, one person out.
I have no idea. Either way, he was not involved in this scenario.
Yeah.
Now he is. So she's part of the lifestyle, and that is where they had known each other for several years. I don't know if it's directly from that or not, but they were both kind of in this group.
Okay.
And one of the sources said that they met at the Battery, which is an invite-only social club near the Fuck, I can't even say this word.
Embarcadero?
That you got it.
All right.
That costs
28.
Yeah, you. Ooh, perfect. And that costs $2,800 annually and hosts events for members like wine tastings, an après-ski party, and burlesque bingo.
That sounds really fun and like more to offer than fucking Soho House.
I know. Goddamn. Do they have a New York version?
Right.
Probably no pool on the roof.
Yeah, there's no pool that has a bunch of fucking weird hairs floating in it.
Weird oil patches.
Yeah. By the way, did you see, by the way, that somebody recorded the printing house Equinox? Did you see this? And he was like, oh, $400 a month to swim in this. And he recorded just like footage of the most disgusting pool you've ever seen in your lifetime.
It was not great for the printing house brand.
But I saw that and I was like, that's what the Soho House one looks like all the time. Like, let's be honest with ourselves.
You cannot have that many people covered in like sweat and sunscreen and New York City grime.
No.
Because they are coming in off the subway into Soho House and into the pool. It is a bath.
Yep.
It's a gross bath.
Uh-huh.
And I still like it.
Oh, I'm still going to go.
But it's gross bath.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Anyway,
okay.
So $2,800. So that's where they met originally. And around 2020, so they'd been together for not like they said their relationship appears to have been romantic. She apparently told Bob that Khazar was married, and he responded to her, "It doesn't seem like it matters to her because she's flirting with me." Bob, you dog. You dirty dog.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay.
Whatever. Fair enough. So either way, I don't know when.
Wait, did they fuck? Sorry.
We don't like know, but like yes.
But like probably.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And like I don't know what kind of relationship she has with her husband. I'm not gonna judge. They're attractive people.
I mean, here's the thing.
Have fun. You're adults. You're consenting adults.
People have extramarital affairs constantly. People just don't murder people constantly.
No, exactly. That's where like you have a fight if it's a problem and then move it along.
Right.
But I'm guessing they had some like sort of like
agreement.
weird agreement. Yeah. The people have all sorts of things. Okay, but either way, someone did die. So let's talk about that. What happened there? There is a little plot twist coming. Well, in the hours before the stabbing, Bob Lee and Khazar were hanging out.
Okay. Oh, boy. Okay.
Yes, they were at a party or something along those lines, and then they went to a drug dealer's house at an apartment on Mission Street and spent some time there. Apparently, it was at an apartment called The Standard. I tried to look The Standard up to see what kind of fucking amenities we're talking at this drug dealer's apartment, and their website was not up right now.
Wait, is it not? It's not the same brand as The Standards here?
It's an apartment complex.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So maybe I couldn't tell you because the website's not available.
Maybe it's not available because of this for some reason.
I actually do think so because this happened to have the update yesterday where like more information came out on it.
Yeah.
So people were looking into it, which I think is why one person watched our video and didn't like it.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they were looking it up, which is cool. This happens. We're not for everybody. We understand.
Oh, man. That person was pissed.
Yeah. It was funny. I was just like, sweetheart, are you lost? And you are. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, lady. Okay. So went to the drug dealer's house, hung out there for a while. Probably were doing drugs. Again, you're adults. It's San Francisco. God forbid. Be safe, etc. The guy that they were going to the apartment of had been found guilty of felony possessions of a controlled substance with the intent to sell in 2 separate cases. So yeah, he's a drug dealer. During 2 raids of his residence, police had found an array of drugs, including GBL, don't know what that is,
Wow. Okay. It's a date rape drug.
That's what it's saying. Similar to the date rape drug.
Oh.
Nitrous oxide, MDMA, and LSD.
Nitrous oxide. What do these do? To
Is that
people?
poppers?
Oh, maybe.
Let's find out. I need to know.
I could use some poppers. My famously tight butthole.
Oh yes, that's right. We were doing these cidery shows, and then the fucking freaks came out.
Yeah.
And this girl comes up to me afterwards and was like, "Listen, you can do anal."
Yeah, and I was like,
I was like, "I'm gonna exit this conversation right now."
I was like, I don't think you understand how hard I've tried. It's very challenging.
Well, then she recommended poppers.
No, I said
You did?
poppers. I was like, should it be poppers? And then she got real quiet, and I'm like, it's okay if you do poppers. Like, I don't like. You came up here to talk to me about your butthole, man. Like,
Yeah,
the conversation's open.
You were sitting, and then I did jokes, and then you followed and found me to discuss the poppers, discuss my butthole,
Right.
With your boyfriend, by the way, was right there.
So
People are weird.
People are really weird.
Weird.
Also, some lady came up to me afterwards, and she goes, "Did you ever have a trach? Like a trach because of my scar on my neck?" And I was like,
Wait, like a
tracheotomy, like a
like for smoking?
yes. And I was like, no.
Isn't that like not a thing we do at our age yet?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe if I got in like a horrific accident or something. And they
Oh
had to
yeah,
put-
okay. Fair
I don't
enough.
know.
I guess
know.
it's
That's
not.
something. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about trachs. We're ignorant again, commoner. What do you think about that? Comment on that.
Anyway, nitrous oxides are. Thank God I looked this up. They are poppers.
Oh,
We are learning together, everybody.
We are. I gotta get some of those. Can you get them at like bodegas?
Yeah, I'll get you poppers for your next birthday. I'll get them for
Thank you. It's coming up, July 10th.
July 10th.
Send us poppers.
Send May poppers. I listen, I have no need for poppers.
What? What? You're bragging?
Matt would never get a chance to do that. Are you crazy? What does he earn? Have to earn it. MDMA and LSD. Honestly, this drug dealer sounds like kind of a pussy. Can I say it? Mine is the date
Sure.
rape drug.
Okay.
That one came out of fucking left field.
But why does he sound like a pussy?
He's selling poppers and then MDMA and LSD. Those are like kind of psychedelics. Like, where's the coke?
Well, he's following the money, I guess. Coke is kind of,
Is it out?
I think it might be out because people are just, I don't know, they want to just have like a vibe night. I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway, this guy is prosecutors described him as deeply engaged in the trafficking of controlled substances.
All right.
Deeply. Deep. Like your butthole.
Yeah, right. Deep as inside of his butthole from his fucking
poppers. Okay. So they went to a drug dealer's house. Then he went to go drop off Khazar. After leaving the apartment, prosecutors say Lee went to the hotel where he was staying because he lives in Miami. And Khazar went to her home at the Millennium Tower. Mm-hmm. At some point later, Nima, her brother, allegedly became upset with Lee and questioned him about the inappropriate conduct and drug use. So he FaceTimed him, I guess.
Oh, that's so weird.
So Nima is like, why are you doing drugs and I guess
presumably having sex with my sister.
With my married sister.
Yeah.
Bob was like,
None of your
I'm
damn
not
business.
doing that.
Yeah.
Also, what's happening right now?
More importantly, none of your fucking business.
You are her brother. I hate that this conversation's happening.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't. What? No,
Yeah.
Don't care.
So Khazar then messaged him to Bob and says, just wanted to make sure you're doing okay because I know Nima came down way hard on you. And thank you for being such a classy man handling it with class. Love you, selfish pricks. Like, I'm guessing that must have been some sort of
inside joke. Yeah, yeah. Oh, is he going to kill him?
Yeah. So she texts that, presumably shortly thereafter. Both Lee and Nima end up at the Millennium Tower that night.
Oh.
Which is where she lives.
Yeah, yeah.
And court documents show police have surveillance footage that capture them leaving together and driving to a spot beneath the Bay Bridge, the two men. And that's where he was stabbed.
Oh, so it's obviously her
So
brother.
he is now, 9 days later, he was arrested and is now on trial for murder. So it's not proven, to be fair. Fucking maybe there's going to be another plot twist.
Maybe.
This stupid story.
Definitely not, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty difficult to, like, he had
Yeah.
He murdered. Yeah, he stabbed him in the heart.
That's the thing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah.
Don't put me on that jury. I don't live in San Francisco, so that'd be weird. So why the hell was her brother in the mix is the obvious question, right?
Yes.
Let's learn a little bit more about Nima. Again, we don't have like all the answers
How
here.
old is this woman? I mean, what are we doing here?
She's
Your
like
brother's
she's an adult.
she's like 30s, right?
At like, I mean, I think she's
so.
older than we are.
Yeah, that's very weird. That's very strange that her brother would be so involved in like her sex life, who she's hanging out with, who she's doing drugs. Like, why the fuck? I would be like, okay,
Go away, dude.
go. Yeah, you're mad at me. Fine. You're my
Don't
brother. Who
murder
cares?
someone. What's happening right now? So we definitely don't know all like everything here. Obviously, this is a late breaking story, but we do know a little bit more about Nima. There was a very good article that kind of gives a little bit of background on who he is, which is obviously, well, potentially a murderer. He was an IT guy. He was described growing up as a normal child. So this was a family who knew them growing up.
Oh, okay.
So in the fucking area of the Bay that they grew up,
okay.
and they said they were a nice family, a hardworking immigrant family. All of them, they had worked a lot to get where they're at, and they started with near zero.
Oh.
I know. They were born 11 months apart. They were in the same grade, and they were extremely close.
Wow.
I don't know who Nima considered his closest group besides his sister. He would do absolutely anything for her, and she would do anything for him. So they were super close.
Okay.
growing
okay.
up.
All right. Okay.
Starts to like, and like coming from like, you know,
Right.
coming into the country
Traumatic
when you're 11,
situation.
like you remember shit.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they were like babies and came over and just like are like, mom's weird, you know, she's all stressed out all the time for what?
right.
Like,
right.
she escaped a war or something. He also had a lot of positive reviews from his work associates. Chris Byrne said that Momeni was on a call to maintain his company's network. He did IT for them. And his quote was, I found him to be very pleasant and good at what he did for us. Another colleague of his that had used Nima's services to modernize his business, like his whatever servers and stuff. They said, we have our servers, computers, website, everything that has to do with networking. He was in charge and he was very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point he outgrew his job. And the quote from then was, he got too busy. He had much bigger fish to catch, much bigger clients. So he was doing well. He was thriving. And apparently he bought a bunch of like nice cars, nice toys, a boat, a motorcycle, all the toys that a young man wants.
Okay.
So like fucking normal.
Normal person.
Seems
doing
like-
well.
He was pretty normal. Apparently one of the last conversations he had with this like friend of theirs or, you know, family friend was asking him and his wife about buying a ranch. He wanted to buy a ranch because he loved country living. He's a city boy with a country heart. He had also made some political campaign contributions, but this was funny. His allegiance veered wildly between Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump.
Wow.
The classic comedy. You just can't decide.
I'm not surprised though. You know, that's actually not as uncommon as you think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because both of those candidates were trying to shake up the status quo.
Oh.
So a lot of people that were originally going to vote for Bernie ended up, I think, maybe voting for Donald Trump, or at least saying like I would vote for him over someone like Hillary.
Okay, actually, I guess that does make logical sense. But he was like
But it's just like ridiculous.
I
but
mean,
it's like,
it's insane.
yeah.
But I understand that train of thought.
Right.
And he donated a good bit of money, over $3,500, to each one of their different campaigns.
To both of their campaigns,
No.
so they just evened it out.
In 2016, and then
and then in 2020.
wait,
Wow, that's
hold on. He
hilarious.
backed Trump in 2020
I guess.
because in 2016 it's like I didn't know,
Yeah.
but he was like saw everything and he was like, no, I'm into it.
He saw everything that he needed to see and was like, "This is great.
More.
We're going to make America great again."
Okay.
That's very funny.
This guy's a
That's
little
also-
off.
It's also a little scary that people can look that up about you.
I know.
You know. Yeah.
It must be maybe because I think he might had something like with his business.
Oh,
So I
see,
think it might not be like a strict like individual contribution, but like
right.
because I think he was like part owner. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was a
I
contractor.
got like a thing in the mail that about like this charity that I donated to
Uh-huh.
for tax purposes, and I was like, when the fuck did I do this? I was like pissed.
Who's this?
I was like, Drunk May is a philanthropist.
Dude, me too though. Every time someone does a GoFundMe for their animal, I'm donating.
Oh yeah.
It's people who I barely know.
Oh yeah.
And they're getting $20. something about me. I can be easily scammed. If you say that my cat needs surgery or she'll die, I'll be like, here's my credit card. Do you need a monthly subscription? Like, what is this? I don't care. Just make it
Is your
stop.
cat's gallbladder going to grow back and have a problem again? Just preemptively
Just
charge
go
me.
ahead and take the money. I do need updates on this cat, though. I need to know he's good. I hate when you're fresh. If like on your like a TikTok or something, if there's a viral post of like some animal that's sick, and you're too soon to see if they're okay or not. You're like there when it like first hits and you're like, fucking, now I'm stressed. Now I'm at home full of anxiety about this cow with the hoof that hurts. And they can't afford a farrier.
They can't afford the farrier. They need to drain the abscess.
Yes. And
everyone knows they have to drain the abscess. I feel like I could drain an abscess.
I mean, I'm about to call the guys and be like, I'm coming over. Like, I'm coming over right now. You better update that TikTok real quick and say that the cow's okay, because otherwise I'm coming over to probably the Carolinas. Anyway, okay. So he was doing well at work, whatever. He seemed to be like a fairly normal dude. Then there were other reports saying that he was actually starting to appeared that his company had run into a little trouble. One of the guys was saying that his company, Expand IT, was a hilarious shit show, and that his drug use was starting to get into the way of business. He couldn't keep anybody and not end up chewing them out for something they didn't know. I saw it as mostly his fault.
That's really weird too, because he was like so angry about the drugs that his sister was doing.
Yeah,
when he was doing drugs.
It's
so
all
maybe he like sees what can happen. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that there's just a lot of questions here. The troubles appear to have continued, and by 2023, it's unclear if he had any full-time employees. His calling his business number after his arrest yielded a phone tree of different options, all spoken in his own voice, in Nima's voice. There were some people who said that he had contractors working for him, but who knows? Yeah. So, like, point is that it's not like clear-cut success on the business front. There might have been some weirdness happening there.
Right.
And apparently he had some dubious relationships with women.
Oh boy. Okay, great.
His friends from Burning Man, which, does everybody go to Burning Man now?
I think so.
I'm
not me. I don't want to do that at all.
That's not fun.
I don't want to be in the desert, like getting all dusty.
Dirty the whole time.
No, I don't want to do that at all.
One of his friends there said she knew him as a very peaceful, kind person, and he'd make me meals, and we'd have hot tub and hookah.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah. And then they apparently he stopped hanging out with those people, and they said he stopped hanging out with the people who were more positive influences in his life.
Oh.
And they were shocked when they found out that he was arrested for murder.
Yeah, I mean, that is fucking shocking.
That is crazy. That is crazy. That's definitely hitting the group text.
Oh, yeah.
No shot that's not.
Oh, yeah.
And then his former girlfriend was not shocked. When it came to relationships with women, his former girlfriend and police records show he could become a different person. She said he was not nice behind closed doors, called me probably the worst names I've ever been called.
Holy shit.
Yep. Apparently he was kind initially and then became verbally and emotionally abusive, and that he could be threatening and possessive, though never physically violent, it sounds like. Which, obviously, there's all different kinds of abuse, but when you fucking murder someone, you'd maybe think there was like an early sign, you know?
Yes, you would. You would imagine so.
Mm-hmm. And he apparently would get upset when she spoke with other men.
Wow.
Okay. Whatever. Other people did say he became physically abusive. Apparently he grabbed and pushed a woman.
Oh boy. Okay.
She said that he was bipolar. I don't know. He could have just been angry. And what her quote was, I honestly think that he's scary, and I always thought he was scary after I got to know him.
Wow.
So people were saying that he was like kind of weird. Then this was kind of funny / I think it's kind of funny. Apparently his phone number appeared on a website commonly used by sex workers to warn one another of dangerous or problematic clients.
Oh, that's good that they have that.
I know. I was like immediately like, oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Invest.
Totally.
The comments are anonymous and cannot be verified, so who knows? But like, why would they have like?
Right. Why would they have this random number? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like this was way before there was. He's just a random IT dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then some of the comments on around the number were definitely unsafe in nature and practice to allow this one into your personal space.
Ooh.
Definitely a boundary pusher and rough. Snatched me by the hair after I said not to.
Oh.
Owes me money. Cheap and wants sex. Cheap boundary pusher. Dangerous. Used a lot of coke. Erratic. Possessive. Heavily armed.
Heavily armed?
Plays games. Has you come and won't open the door. Okay. The last one is just like,
Has
he
you-
wouldn't let me in.
Oh,
Really
oh,
big
oh.
inconvenience.
I read that as "has you come." I was like, these sex workers are actually coming?
No,
No, definitely not.
definitely not. Maybe, I don't know, that's just your kink or something. That must be a fucking jackpot for the sex
Yeah,
workers.
that's
They're
true,
like,
but-
wait, really? Well, we're going to need to get some battery-powered stuff in here. So, and then to the point of being heavily armed, apparently he also developed a fascination with guns and drugs.
Oh boy.
He apparently had a bunch of ghost guns at his home, which ghost guns are either 3D printed or guns that have had the serial number like
Wow.
chiseled off of them, so they're not able to
Jeez.
be traced. Not very difficult to do. It's so annoying because I feel it's people are like, oh, gun laws, like we need to like, you know, get better about registration, and it'll obviously help quite a bit, but like ultimately people are going to have guns if they want them.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. Ultimately, they will.
It's sad because it's like, like this is like a known thing.
God.
Yeah.
It's really.
There's only so much you can do. I guess you can, like, if you see them with them, then you can arrest them. Whatever. That's not what we're talking about right now. Point is, he loved his guns. He talks about his guns all the time. He was a fan of violence.
A fan of violence. What are you a fan of? Violence.
I love violence. What do you like?
Big
Movies?
fan of violence.
Movies, violence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, apparently, he kept a lot of knives, which he was stabbed to death. This guy. So, not shot. So I don't know what to tell you.
What the hell?
He had a party where they went to go shoot a bunch of the guns. One other person said he didn't think that was true, but okay.
Who knows? I mean, maybe.
Based on what I believe, there was nothing of evidentiary value found when the police searched his apartment. Again, why would this random dude know that? Another said that he has a shotgun. Either way, at this point in the article, I think they're starting to like kind of get into the sides where they're like,
Yeah. I mean,
He
it
likes
definitely,
guns.
it sounds like a pretty like open and shut case. And I'm sure they have more information on him that we know about. They probably have like footage of him leaving the site, like things like
I'm
that.
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, I mean, he stabbed someone to death.
And some sort of
Whether
like
he had
forensic.
guns or not doesn't massively
Right.
change things.
Yeah. But he probably had some sort of like, they probably have like forensic evidence too on his clothes or something.
Probably. Apparently, he was like addicted to coke. He did it more than like the normal like fun party version. Like he did it every day,
Oh boy.
which
okay.
is a whole
That's
thing.
too many days.
That's more days than you should. That's all the days. Every. And at one point, according to a friend, he had his license suspended, his driver's license suspended. So he paid someone to take him to Burning Man in cocaine.
Oh wow. I mean,
It's
isn't
like
that
a
how
barter
Burning?
system.
Yeah, because Burning
Yeah,
Man is a
it
barter
kind of
system.
actually-
I'm like, okay,
that feels like it's on
tracks.
the up and up, actually. Yeah.
That sounds great.
This is him again. Yeah. So then kind of keeps going. Some people saying that he's a good dude. Other people saying that he would like, you know, very generous, very giving. He would buy pricey wine and food for his guests in order to be a good host. Other people saying that he would drive his boat erratically with people on board, that he was, something was not clicking when it came to other people's safety.
Oh wow.
So,
That's quite that's a statement right there.
yep.
Damn.
And so then ultimately, finally, like in terms of, and more I'm sure will come out on this, in the filing on the case, it indicated that it may have been Bob Lee's relationship with Khazar that led
no.
Nima to confront him on April 3rd, which based on those texts, it definitely sounds like that's the case.
Yeah.
In that encounter, Nima demanded to know whether his sister had been taking drugs. And according to a witness interviewed by police investigators, Lee assured Nima that nothing inappropriate had happened, but then he got fucking murdered.
Wow. Oh God. Imagine being her. I would be in a bad way.
Well, she actually had to go to with her husband
Oh wow.
to the courthouse because, like, obviously she's, you know, not witness but involved in the case,
Right.
and she looked unbelievable. I gotta say, and the whole time they were so glamorous. They were like, no comment. She looked amazing.
That reminds
I
me
wanna
of
pull it up.
Have you ever watched the show Fleabag?
No, you
Oh,
were saying
it's
it's really good though.
So good. There's a scene that she's at her mother's funeral and she like can't stop making her hair look amazing and she's trying to fuck it up and then and so her friend's like yeah, just like I don't know, wipe some of your makeup off. She goes, I'm not wearing makeup. She goes, what? And like they were all, it was such a funny scene because she's like my hair just keeps falling in this very chic way.
That is very funny. Well, that's basically her. Look how fucking good she looks. This is them at I think it's at the courthouse or whatever about it. Look how good she looks. And that's her husband who's just like, this is the worst. This is genuinely a really embarrassing situation for me.
I mean, there's getting cuckolded, and then there's being
Yikes.
at
your what would a wife's boyfriend's murder trial by her brother because of your wife's court case cuckolded.
That is something else. That is something else. God, there's, every time I think my life sucks, I'm going to think about this man.
Yeah, this man is he's just trying to do $18,000 nose jobs. And look at him.
Oh my God.
No, he's so, oh my.
He's taking deep breaths.
He's like squinting and closing his eyes. He's
in a bad
understandably
way.
upset.
Yeah, it's not probably how he wanted to spend his morning, I'll tell you that.
No, Friday morning. That's
Friday
unfortunate.
morning. That is.
This was a couple weeks ago. Wow.
That's so insane.
So that's where we're at right now. Pretty crazy, right? Did you see that coming? Did you see the brother?
I did not.
We thought it'd be him all along.
I thought it would be him.
Handsome plastic surgeon.
Maybe he was involved. We don't know. Maybe that's why he's breathing heavy.
They don't know it's me.
Yeah. It's like those memes. They have no idea that I'm the one.
Exactly.
They have no idea that I'm going to be performing in South Carolina this weekend.
No one knows.
Including me. I don't even fucking know where I'm going. So
Could be north.
could be north.
No idea.
I think it's north.
Well, that's the story, folks. Go catch May in Carolinas. I will be in New York performing, and these guys will be in jail. So
Yeah.
if you need them, they're in jail.
They're in jail. Billy McFarland. Is he living in New York?
Billy McFarland is living in New York because he tweeted today that he takes a jet ski to his office in the Manhattan, which is not a thing you do, Billy. That is a lie.
That's insane that you're jet skiing in the fucking polluted ass water. Like, that's insane.
It's insane because it's a lie.
Yeah.
Look at him. He just tweeted this like 2 hours ago.
That's not something that you can do.
And everyone was like, shut the fuck up, dude. We don't want to hear it.
That's insane. That feels dangerous to like your skin.
Yeah. It's disgusting. I would never do that. And someone replied, sir, he's taking money from people again. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends, 3 friends. And
follow us on YouTube, you guys.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe on YouTube specifically. And
on Instagram.
yeah.
And that's it. We'll be back next week.
Bye.